Coming up, I'm going to be talking about a brand new movie based on Walt Disney building Disneyland, plus much more. But before we get into any of that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at DisneyPlus.com. It's Tuesday, it's time to jump into some of today's big Disney Plus news, and with it being Tuesday, we have got some new content arriving around the world. So we've got a new episode of Only Murders in the Building. So this is a new episode available on wherever you've got Star. So for example, in Australia, Canada, and across Europe. So this is a little bit difficult with how they release it. In Europe, they're about a week behind the other countries. So the new episode dropped in on the United States in Hulu and on Star Plus as well in Latin America. A little bit confusing why they've done that. I don't know why. But this is a really great series starring Steve Martin and also Martin Short and Selena Gomez. All about some murderers going on in the building. Yeah, but it's such a great series. Full of like comedy, but it's also a pretty cool drama series as well, so definitely recommend it to you. So that is today's big main new release. Obviously that's the only thing we get really on a Tuesday at the minute, but let me know in the comments below if you are watching Only Murders in the Building. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you're enjoying the series. Moving on from there, we got some good news if you are a Disney park fan, because apparently Disney Plus is going to be getting a brand new movie all about Walt Disney building Disneyland, the happiest place on earth. So this one is pretty interesting because I am a huge Disney Parks fan. So this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. We've kind of seen it in other ways. We've seen it, for example, in The Imagineering Story, which is a fantastic series you'll find on Disney Plus. You can also see Tom Hanks as Walt Disney in the Saving Mr. Banks, which is a great movie. I kind of wish it was kind of connected to that one, but I don't think it's anything to do with that one there, because Tom Hanks was just such a great Walt Disney in that one. So we've got some new information on this movie. This brand new Disney Plus original movie is going to be directed by David Gordon Green, who has directed Halloween Kills and the upcoming Hulu original series Hellraiser. The movie is going to be written by Evan Spilotopoulos, who has previously worked on The Jungle Book 2, Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, and the live-action Beauty and the Beast movie. Cavalry Media has spent about a year trying to develop this movie for Disney Plus for the pitch, which is kind of weird really. You would think Disney can kind of do this independently to themselves. But I actually think getting an outside company coming in to do it is probably the best way. And whether or not, things can kind of get glossed over a little bit if everything's being done internally, who knows. But I'm just really excited about this one here. So Disneyland opened in 1955, and it's very different from what we've seen now. Walt Disney had to kind of go off and find a lot of investors to help him open it because he didn't have enough money to do so. And there was also like a TV series that went alongside it on ABC, kind of getting ready for the launch and all the rest of it. So it'll be really cool to see them bring this all in and kind of just have a live action version of having building Disneyland is pretty cool. But yeah, so this is definitely for us Disney fans something that will be great, and I think Disney Plus is the perfect place to put it. But let me know if you are excited about a movie about creating Disneyland in the comments below. We've also got some new casting information on the upcoming FX series The Retreat. According to Deadline, Emma Corrin is going to be starring in this new series. You might know her from playing Princess Diana in The Crown, which is a fantastic series. Definitely want to check that one out. Retreat is a mystery series about a new kind of detective at the helm, a Generation Z amateur sleuth named Darby Hart, which will be played by Emma Corrin. A reclusive billionaire invites Darby and 11 other guests to participate at the retreat at a remote and dazzling location. When one of the other guests is found dead, Darby must fight to prove it was a murder against a tide of compelling interest and before the killer takes another life. So this brand new series is being created by FX, so we can expect to see it on Hulu in the United States and then internationally on Disney Plus as an original series. Looking forward to this one. I definitely like the idea of them kind of doing a sort of murder mystery at a retreat. I think that sounds pretty cool, and she was fantastic in The Crown. Can't wait to see where that one goes as well. But let me know what you think of the casting in the comments below. We've also got an update on the upcoming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It has now been confirmed that Will Poulter will be playing Adam Warlock, who is what we saw a little bit of sneak peek at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in the post-credit scene, where it's like Cocoon. He's going to be in there. This was then confirmed by James Gunn on Twitter, and then Will also took to Twitter to reply to that saying he's really looking forward to it. He's set to star in the upcoming series Dope Sick, which is going to be coming later this week to Hulu and next month to Disney Plus. So I'm looking forward to that one. He's also starred in a number of 20th Century and Disney movies, including Chronicles of Narnia and also one of the Maze Runner movies. So I'm really looking forward to seeing where this one goes. Yeah, I just think more information about Guardians of the Galaxy is great. So it's always cool to have that information. But are you excited about Guardians of the Galaxy? It's due to come out in May 2023, and I think just bringing Adam Warlock into the MCU sounds like a lot of fun. We've also got some interesting news regarding the top end of Walt Disney Studios, because the Chief Creative Officer, Alan Horn, is set to retire at the end of the month. He's 78. He actually originally retired years ago after running Warner. Bob Iger was able to bring him back, and he came back in 2012 and kind of really just took off with Disney and kind of was behind many of the movies that we've seen over the last 10 years. You know, the Star Wars trilogy, The Lion King, everything that's come out pretty much since then, he's had something to do with it. He kind of got pushed slightly aside recently, just ahead of his retirement, which makes a lot of sense. Like I said, he's 78, he deserves his time off. Disney have been preparing for his retirement back in 2019. They pushed him slightly sideways from being the chairman to being a creative officer, and he was replaced by Alan Bergman, who was going to continue on in that role. Disney aren't looking to replace him, but obviously he's been a massive thing at Disney. He's also just been involved in so many big movies. He's worked at 20th Century, he's worked at Warner Brothers, he's also worked at Castle Rock. He was behind the creation of Seinfeld. He's been, you know, a massive part of movies, and obviously it's sad to see somebody of that nature go at that top level. But as I said, he's 78, so I think it's time for him to be able to enjoy his retirement, and especially since he kind of came out of retirement already, so I definitely think that's worth it. And finally, yesterday I asked a question over on our YouTube community page, where I asked you, what movie are you looking forward to seeing the most this month, including The Last Duel, Ron's Gone Wrong, The French Dispatch, and also Antlers. Now, it's not a huge surprise to see The Last Duel won at 44%. There was over 400 votes come in, while Ron's Gone Wrong got 37% of the vote, with The French Dispatch at 11% and Antlers at 8%. Kind of a few little comments here. The Last Duel ads have not impressed me much, said Taylor Tot, but he's really looking forward to The French Dispatch because it looks hilarious. SG Video said No Time to Die and Venom. He doesn't care for any of the ones above. While SpongeBob is awesome, so it's a tie between The Last Duel and Ron's Gone Wrong. While J Blue is waiting for November for Eternals and Encanto. While Chan went on to say that he's interested in all of them, while Jamie went on to say that none of them, if I'm honest. Walt Disney has got a lot of movies coming out in October. Obviously, they're all on at the cinema first, and we can expect to see them internationally on Disney Plus later this year, going into early next year. But obviously in the US, most of them, they're all 20th Century Studio movies, so they're going to have to go to HBO Max and all the rest of it first. But make sure you check out today's poll as well, where I'll be going through that on for tomorrow. And on that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters. I'd like to thank all of our Patreon and YouTube channel members for their support. You can become a member from as little as $2 a month, and you get access to our weekly Q&A and much more.